Hey, what is going on, guys? The Ultraman madness continues here with this very large kit. This is the Ultraman Suit version 7.3. It's a new version of this kit. I didn't get the original version, but this is a 1/6 scale kit, so it's, I guess, double the size. Bandai's kits are 1/12 scale, so this is 1/6, so it's going to be much larger. I'm guessing it's going to be something more closer to around the size of, like, compared to like a Gundam like perfect grade size kit, like a 1/60 scale Gundam sort of in terms of its size, but I actually don't really know exactly how big this is going to be. But as you can see, the box is very big. The box is about the size of like a large or like a really thick master grade box here for this. So this is made by I guess Dimension Studio and Eastern Model is the two companies labels up there, and there's also another label over in that corner. It says Koro Link. So I don't know. This is, I guess it's made in China, but it is like an official release, like an official like licensed release as far as I know. So anyway, it's kind of an interesting thing. If you guys know more about it, I honestly don't really know too much about this. So as far as like the production company that's making these models and how much it's officially licensed or not, I'm sure, I don't know. If you guys know more about that, let me know more down in the comment section. But the box, I mean, looks very impressive. It looks like it's more like a sort of like metal build, sort of really high-end kind of figure or something, just based on like the quality of the box and the packaging and everything. But it is actually a full-on model kit, so you can see here on the side there's just like a little view of the side of the face. On the back side of the box there we have a whole bunch of stuff there to look at. So first up in this corner here you can see the version 7.5 Ultraman Suit there with the big or crushers, the Specium Crusher there for those. So really cool weapons there, these big claws, and it has the two swords there as well, and it has the kind of machine guns there attached on his back. So again, as I mentioned when I got this kit not too long ago, if you guys saw that kind of delivery video, Bandai also does have their version of this that is coming out later on this year, but that is again in their figurized standard line, so it's the smaller scale and 1/12 scale. And the Sepium Crushers are a little bit different. They're like cannons instead of claws. So I don't know, again, I haven't seen the series or read the manga or anything, so I don't really know. I don't have too much background about the actual character and equipment and everything like that. So I don't know if both versions exist in the manga or if Bandai's version is the official one and this is just sort of like this company's like different take on the weapon. I don't know exactly, but it looks really cool, as we'll see in a different image here in a moment. But here's just some more details: the shoulder, crotch, armor, legs. So I'm pretty sure it is molded here with this kind of like metallic red plating on the parts, and it's silver. So I'm pretty sure this is like the colors that it is actually molded in, which is pretty nice if you want to just build it straight out of the box without painting it. But I am planning on painting mine. The back panels of the back open up like that. It looks really cool, and you can see just like the big main image there of what it's going to look like in action there with the crusher extended. And it looks like these are maybe individually numbered, so there's just the number line. This is an actual just like sticker placed on there. So here you can see the Spacium Sword ×2 and the EX Rifle ×2 as well. So a pretty cool weapons loadout here for this. Just front and back view of the kit. Now I'm not really sure, it's kind of hard to tell if that's the actual photograph of the like unpainted kit like that, so maybe it's not all silver and shiny red, maybe it's just more like that, or that's a CG render. It's kind of hard to tell. But then down here at the bottom you can see a little bit more about the action of the crusher, the function of that, I guess I should say, and then the light function. So this does have some included LEDs in here as well. I'm not actually too sure how many, but it does have LEDs for the eyes, which the Bandai version did have as well. But this one also has the LED for the chest, a little bit poking out there in the center of the chest, which the Bandai version did not have just because of its smaller scale. It would have been such a tiny little gap for that to come out of. So anyway, it's very cool. When we get this opened up, this outer sleeve opens on this. Should pull that off, and then you can see on the like inner box here it has a really cool Ultraman Suit version 7.3 printed there as well. Drop that down, lift this up, and here we have all of our parts. And yeah, it's that image on the outside was right. So I was wrong about that. It's not actually silver and metallic red, so it's just going to be just gray and red straight out of the box. So sorry about that, but anyway, still cool. And like I said, I'm planning on painting mine anyway. I'm not sure if they also make like a plated version, if that's also available. As far as I know, it's not, but who knows if that's something that maybe they will make in the future or something like that, or if it is currently available. Again, I'm not really too sure, but there is a lot of parts in here, and I can tell like just based on the size of the hands that yeah, this does like it's gonna look like it's gonna be something like a perfect grade kind of size for this. So it's gonna be pretty big for sure. Not sure how like the plastic quality is gonna be. or just the construction, the fitting, and everything like that. But hey, we'll find out. So there's a lot of runners to get through, but we do have some goodies down here in the bottom of the box. Here's the LED stuff. Basically, it's just all kind of already put together with the switch and everything on the back. It just comes with batteries, so the batteries are already there. You just pop those in and then just pop this into the kit. It should be pretty standard, so that's pretty convenient. We got a set of water slide decals in here as well, so let's get this open and see what these look like. So a lot of really nice looking decals on here, and you can see it does look like it's got the official symbol down there and copyright there on the bottom, so it does look like it is officially licensed, so I guess that is right. But you can see the detail on this is really amazing. There's a lot of just really fine stuff here in black, yellow, red, and white for all the colors for that, so you got some really nice water slide decals to put on this too. So before we get into the mountain of runners, let's check out the manual here as well. It is a pretty thick assembly instruction book here. There's quite a lot, but I think that the paper is just very thick as well, so it doesn't really seem like it really has all that many pages per se. Yeah, you can see it's really only 19, 20, 21 or 22 pages, something like that, so really not all that many pages, just very thick paper on it. But a lot of really nice photos in here as well, similar like on the outside of the box, but you can see just really nice reference photos there about the light function, some different poses here with the swords. Going back to the back pages here, again, it's just kind of the pictures that we saw on the outside of the box, but that all looks really nice. We also have a few more poses here with the rifles. Those look really cool. I love like the rifle mounts on the backpack too. Very cool. Very similar to like Muv-Luv. It kind of reminds me of that. Here at the back too, we also have the complete diagram showing the guide where to place all the decals. So you can see a diagram where all the decals will be placed around on the suit itself and on the weapons. And then we've got a big old parts list here. So there's a whole bunch of parts. As you can see, we've got loads of runners. And then it's just on through the construction. So you build the head first, then the body, and then the arms. Looks like so you basically build it from the head down. The arms and the waist just has like the leg unit there, but that's kind of the waist section, and then it gets into the rest of the legs. It's building all of those and all of that, and then into the hands. We've got a whole page dedicated for all of the hands we've got for this. And more hands, so we've got lots of hand options it looks like. According to this, it looks like we've got a total of 16 hands for this kit, so no shortage of that. And then finally onto the weapons and just building all of those up, and that's also going to take a little while to get all those built up, and then just how to mount them onto the kits and everything. So alright, let's get into the runners. Alright, let's get into it. So there's no other stickers or anything other than the water slides included for this, and there are some polycaps, but those are on an actual runner later on, so we'll get to those. But there is this sheet of spongy bits. I'm guessing these go on the feet to help them stand up without sliding or anything like that. But then we can get right into the runners here with this very large and very heavy A runner here. So the runners are very heavy because the actual like runner tree bits are quite thick on these, unfortunately, which I'm sure just adds a lot to the weight. And you know, if you're shipping this kit from China to wherever you are in the world outside of China, shipping is going to be something you're going to be worried about. And when you have really thick, heavy runners that are going to be just adding to the cost of that, that is just kind of a little bit annoying. But anyway, the detail on these looks amazing. You can see the detail looks really good, and just the molding does look nice. It looks pretty sharp, and you can get a sense of the scale of this too. It is going to be a pretty large kit, and so we do have two of this A runner here for this in this nice kind of basic gray color. And this is actually runner A1. There's going to be a few different kind of labels on these, and they're really hard to see, but you can see this one is the Ultraman 7 weapon set is the label for this particular runner. Then we've got runner B1 here, which is also from the weapon set. So this is obviously parts for the katana or the sword and the sheath for that in this kind of slightly purple tinted, very light gray color here. We've got two of this runner for the two swords, and then we also have runner C1 here, which is just another couple of parts for that for the opposite side of the sheaths or scabbard, whatever you would call those anyway. Then we've got runner D1, which I'm guessing is just the clear red, maybe camera parts for the weapons, basically, because this is one is also marked as for the weapon set. We've got two of this D1 runner. Then we've got just regular runner D. Now the runners with just the letters without numbers, those are just going to be from just their like generic Ultraman kit parts. They're not new for this specific kit. So this one is just simply labeled MP Ultraman. So this is just obviously parts for the hands there. And then runner E here as well is just more hand parts on this very goofy looking runner. And then runner E1 is back to weapon set parts here. It looks to be probably parts for the backpacks for holding the rifles. Looks like a lot of these parts on there. This is in another shade of light gray here. This one with a little bit more of a bluish tint to it. And we've got 2 of this runner here as well. Then we've got runner F1 here, which is in this very dark brown, slightly metallic kind of color here. Basically kind of the color that we see with a lot of Gundam kits recently for like inner frame parts and things like that. So we've got a few more here. This is also from the weapons set, so these are just weapons parts here. We've got 2 of this F1 runner. And we've also got 2 of this F1 runner, which is just the same part from that. We've just got 4 of those now, this one particular part here. Then we got runner G1 for a few more weapons parts here in that bluish gray color. Then we got runner H, which is back to that slightly purplish gray color here for some finger parts and a couple of other smaller little armor parts on there. Then runner H1 is finally getting into some of that Ultraman red here. So it's a not too bad shade of red. It's not too obnoxiously cheap looking red like we sometimes see. So it does look pretty okay. And the detail on it does look pretty nice here as well. What details there are on there. It's not like super duper detailed, but it does look pretty nice. And again though, this is a really heavy runner. You can see just how thick the tree is for this. So it's a lot of weight here added just for the weight of the runner. Then we've got runner I1 here for some more parts in red. Runner J1 for some more parts in red. You can see like the part there, which I'm pretty sure this is like the part for the ab section, which looks really cool. Just the little details on that all looks really nice. And then basically rounding out the rest of our red parts here for the kit, runner K1 with a few more bits on there. Alright, then runner L would be our polycaps here for the kit, so it does have a few of them just in a kind of standard gray color. But then runner L1 is back to that light gray color for some more of the armor bits on the suit. And the same thing here for runner M1, and you can see just these really fine parts, how nice the color separation is going to be on this. So even these little bits of gray that will go between the red parts is separate parts for that, so that'll be really nice. It just means less masking that you have to do in order to get the correct colors for this when painting it. Then we have runner N, which is just a whole bunch more hand parts here in that light gray color. And then runner N1 for some more of the very detailed parts. You can see a bunch of these parts here are now for the face, which does look really nice. For the face, for the head I should say, and just a lot of really nice detail on there. So very detailed in the areas where it should have a lot of detail. So it looks really, really nice, I have to say. Just continuing on here, runner O1, again, just a lot of fantastic detail, looking very hopeful for these parts here. Runner P1 now getting back into some more gray parts, probably for some more of the kind of structural internal frame, I guess you could call it, of the kit. Runner Q1 here as well, you can see these are some of the joint parts around, probably for the knees and the hip parts, I should say. And then R1 as well, just more internal kind of detail parts around on the kind of side of the stomach section, as well as some parts there for a rounding on the head as well, things like that. Runner S1 is then just this little runner here in this darker shade of red, so really just a few parts of these, and it looks like it's basically for like the spine, basically going down the back of the suit. Runner S2 here, which is just the yellow parts here for the eyes and the visor kind of over the eyes. There you can see a little bit of pre-painted yellow and pre-painted clear green on the part there for the eyes. And then runner S3 is some clear blue parts, so you see those will go on areas where the clear blue light is going to shine through for a couple little tiny bits on the chest, basically, I think. But then runner T1 is some more joint parts and things like that here in gray. Runner U1, some more joint parts, and it looks like these would maybe be like almost polycaps or something like that, but it's actually not. They are kind of shaped like they would be, but just in a regular red color here, plastic, just regular plastic, just in red. Runner X1 is more hand parts. We're going to be building hands for days with this kit. Runner Y1, more hand parts. Runner Y2, more hand parts. Runner Z1, more hand parts. And runner Z2, more hand parts. So that is pretty much it for the unboxing, guys. It's pretty much seems like it's basically like a perfect grade version of an Ultraman. Now, albeit not quite maybe as complex as perfect grades that we're used to these days. Something more along the lines of like a perfect grade, older perfect grade, just in terms of its size and the fact that it just has a whole lot of runners in here. There's a lot of parts here for this, so it's going to be a little bit different experience from building Bandai's smaller version, which is basically kind of like building an HG, a very detailed HG albeit, but this one is a very detailed, much larger and much more parts version of that. So we'll see how the construction goes, and obviously I'll let you guys know in the review coming up very soon, so watch out for that. If you guys have any other questions or comments about this, feel free to leave those down below. I got this from Samuel Decal. I'm not sure if he still has any available. You can always check, of course, or just look around online, find the best place for you to get one for yourself. but it cost me right around $70 plus shipping, so really not all that much. It's pretty affordable for a kit this size and this awesome looking, and the fact that it has LEDs included in there as well, and just really awesome box packaging and everything like that. Just a really cool set, and seems like a really nice price for that as well, so definitely looking forward to checking this out. Thank you guys so much for watching the unboxing. I'll see you in the review. Bye bye.